This is the performance summary for week 1 of 2025. Let's start by inputting the starting and ending balances for last week. The starting balance for last week was on Friday, December 27th, where the balance was $30,989. And the ending balance was on Jan 3rd, 2025. And the balance there was 31,026. So it was a pretty flat week overall. I just made $37, and that's a 0.12% gain on a starting balance of $30,990. And let's input the theoretical trades. On the website, I have my trade list that is weekly updated. And these were the 5 trades that I did last week. So the theoretical P&L was up 0.25%. So they're both pretty close to zero. And let's look at the trades one by one. First trade was Caterpillar, where I made 0.93%. So just as a reminder, what the strategy does is it looks for the 5 stocks in the S&P 100 or OEX index that have high relative strength, the highest relative strength in the universe, and it buys stocks out of those high relative strength stocks. It buys those that have had a sell-off or a dip in the recent past. So here we see the longer term performance of Caterpillar, and here's the weakness as of late. And so we got in here on Monday and sold here on the Friday to make 0.93%. Next trade is Costco. There we lost 1.55%. And we see that it has had high relative strength over the past year or so. And it has had a sell-off in recent weeks. And so we got in here, got out here at a slight loss. Next one is MO, which is Altria. So we see the relative strength. It's been on an uptrend over the past year or more, a couple of years. And it's been weak the last few weeks. And we got in here and got out here. And on this one we made 1.7%. The fourth one is Microsoft. So has had relative strength, but it's been kind of sideways since about the summer. But it is one of the higher ranked stocks in terms of relative strength. And so we got in here and got out here at a small loss. And the last stock is Philip Morris, where we made 0.78%. So this is how the Philip Morris stock looks in the long term. Good relative strength and some weakness. So we bought the dip here on a Monday, sold here on a Friday, and we made 0.78% on that one. Now let's go ahead and input the ending balance into our cumulative tab. So this is how our equity curve looks since going live in June of last year, 2024. And the total cumulative profit since going live is sitting at around $5,000. And that's a gain of about 19%. I started at a balance of around 25,000. So let's look at the equity curve on a long-term basis. This is it right here. And this back test goes back to 1994. And if we zoom in, we can see the recent action. We had a bit of a drawdown at the last weeks of 2024, and we've recovered a little bit since then, and we're coming back. And if we look at the underwater graph, this is the underwater going back to 2023, and you can see that we're sitting at a peak to valley drawdown of about negative 5.5%. So we've recovered from this point where it was sitting at negative 8.5 or so. So that's the performance summary for week 1 of 2025. If you want to learn some more about this strategy, please visit my website. I've got a link in the description box below. Thank you.